Today guys, I'm going to show you how to restore a Hazy headlight with no power tools whatsoever. This is a method that is semi-permanent. It'll last a very long time. It's very cheap and it's fairly easy to do. So let's get started. Okay, so the first step we want to do guys is just wash the headlight just really quick, just to get all the bug guts and the loose dirt off of it. All right, so what we're gonna do here, guys, is called wet sanding. So you just wanna take a regular spray bottle filled with water, and then we need wet, dry sandpaper, so something that'll come in something like this. And just to show you guys how simple this is, I'm just using a bunch of leftover scraps that I have with several different grits in there. And we're gonna start out with a 500 grit, something like this, guys. And we're just gonna wet sand. So we'll spray water on the lens, and then we're gonna take our sandpaper and go across the lens. I always like to do straight lines, so horizontal and then vertical. Swirl marks are a little harder to get out. So our goal is to start with a coarser grit sandpaper, and then we're gonna work our way up. So we'll sand it finer and finer to a smoother finish near the end, but it will leave little tiny scratches in here, and it may not be possible to get every last scratch out of there, guys. So just to be safe, I like to do straight lines. It'll usually end up with a better final product that way. So I have a little sanding block. So this is like a foam, and then this black part here is more stiff and firm. And what I do is I just basically, cut a little piece of that sandpaper there that I just showed you, and I just kind of fold it around here, and then I use this sanding block, and I'm just gonna go back and forth, straight lines. And our goal here is to get all this haze sanded off of here, but we have to have a uniform finish. So we don't want any clear marks, we don't want any, shiny lens left over. So when we first start this, it'll actually look worse, and it'll be very cloudy and hazy across the entire lens. And then as we go further and further along towards the end steps, it'll start to look a little more clear as we start to polish it out a little bit. And then when we do the final clear coat is when the real, magic happens. So let's get started here, guys. All right, so first step, we're just gonna take our spray bottle with water, wet down the lens. So just have a little square like that. Just gonna kind of fold it around the edges here, and then I'll kind of hold it just like that. And then I'm just gonna start sanding, guys. And when you first start sanding, it'll look real milky at first, especially on this first step. You can see how it looks milky like that. That's fine. Every now and then we will wipe down the lens just to get kind of that milky buildup off of there, and then we'll just keep on going. I would wear some clothes that you guys don't really care about during this process, guys, because this stuff can get on your clothes. Probably won't stain them or anything, but this isn't exactly a neat job. And then every now and then, go ahead and wet it down some more. Just keep doing the same thing for a while. Just wipe it down. And then as you can see that quickly, guys, it's already starting to get that, haze. We still have a long way to go here, but it's starting to get that, uniform haze where there's no more shiny spots on the lens. But we're just gonna keep going for a while. Again, the longer that you spend on these first few steps, the better the end result will be. And it really doesn't take that long on most headlights, guys. Again, for a really, really bad one, it's obviously gonna take a little longer, but it's not a bad process. It's not that time consuming of a process. For me, probably getting out this headlight is going to be a more time-consuming process. This is the headlight from a 2015 Nissan Frontier, guys. But obviously it doesn't matter what type of headlight you have. They're all pretty much made out of the same thing. Some sort of an acrylic or a hard plastic material. They don't really make glass headlights anymore, guys. And one of the downsides to the plastic material is it will get oxidized or almost sunburnt. Very, very common to see these yellowed, headlights all over the place. And at a certain point, not only do they look bad, but they really do cut down on your light, output and your visibility at nighttime. So it's almost a safety hazard at a certain point. Wipe it down again. Let's take a look. So there you go. Once this dries, you'll see. So if you look real close, you might be able to tell some of those, fine like hairline scratches that I was talking about. When you do like a swirling motion, it'll leave little tiny swirl marks. And again, at the end, it's very hard to get all those out. The final clear coat will fill in a lot of that. And again, this process here, guys, it works really well, but it's not going to be like 100% new headlight. I would say it'll be 95% new if you do it properly. But it can definitely buy you some time, especially with newer cars, how expensive it is now for headlights, LEDs and all the rest that they have out there. Some of those are crazy, what they charge for some of those. Now, you can do this on the vehicle, guys. A lot of people will just mask off their, paint around their headlight and then do the same process on the vehicle. That works just fine. For me, especially doing it by hand, as you can see, I'm kind of overlapping on the ends here. I wouldn't want to risk sanding my paint or clear coat. And I think it's just easier and that I can do a better job by removing the entire headlight. So that's what I choose to do. If you find that your sandpaper is starting to get worn down, go ahead and get a new piece, guys. I'll get one more piece here and I think that'll be just fine, and then we can move on to the next step. As you can see, guys, this is the last of my 500 grit here. So you don't need much to do this, guys. This is just the last of my scraps. I'm just kind of showing you how simple that this really is to do. And I'm using firm pressure here, guys, but I'm not, pressing with like all my might or anything. So it's not that tiring. Again, not super hard. Let the sandpaper do the work. As you can see, none of those marks that were visible early on in the process are, visible anymore. And now it's all just, uniform and blended. So I think we're ready to move on to the second step. And the second step is the exact same thing we were just doing, but now we're gonna move up to either 1,000 grit or a 1,200 grit, guys. I'm gonna use this little piece of 1,000 grit here. Now I'm gonna move up to a 1200 grit, guys, because that's all I got. You might wanna move up to something like a 1500 at this point, but I'm just gonna keep going here. Same thing that we've been doing. Now you'll probably start to notice here that that milky substance is starting to go away, or it's not as thick as it was. And that's because there's less material to sand down at this point. What we're doing here basically at this point, guys, is we're trying to reduce the size of the scratches and just make sure everything's as uniform as possible prior to putting on the clear coat. So that's why we started at the 500 grit, and then we're working our way up to finer and finer grits. All right, guys, so this is where we're at after the 1200 grit sandpaper. Now, the next step would be to use a 3000 grit sandpaper. However, I don't have a 3000 grit sandpaper today. What I do have is this, which is a 3000 grit, sort of like an abrasive cloth. So I'll try this out and see how that works, guys. Same thing, I'm just gonna wet it down first. And for this one, I don't need to use that little sanding block that I was using for the sandpaper. I'm just gonna fold it over and do this. Okay guys, so this is where we're at after using the 3000 grit abrasive. As you can see, it's starting to look a little more clear, but it still has some haze to it and it's uniform. So now you want to double check, make sure that there aren't any shiny spots left, any spots that you missed. And then if you look really close, you can still see those really fine scratches, but those should be filled in pretty well by the clear coat. So I think we're ready to put on the clear coat now, guys. So we're gonna use a 3M clear coat wipe. Now, there's different brands out there, but this is the key to making this last, guys. There's a lot of those quick fix wipes that you see for sale out there. You know, auto parts stores, a bunch of places have them. Those will make your headlights look decent, look pretty good for a very brief, period of time. Those aren't a permanent fix, because what those wipes do is they're essentially just filling in all those scratches and the oxidation that, causes that haziness. But what we did today here that's different is we took the time to sand it all down so it's a nice surface to apply a new clear coat to. And those wipes out there, they're not a clear coat. So you need to either spray on a clear coat, which is tricky because you need to use a high quality clear coat for that, guys. If you use some of the cheaper spray ones, when they dry on the lens, they tend to crack and it looks, really bad. It's kind of like a spider web effect, and you'll basically have to, start all over again. But with these wipes here, what we do is, now that we're at this step, make sure that the lens is clean and dry. You're gonna gently open this up. Do not unfold it. You'll leave it folded. Make sure you're wearing a glove for this part. And you're just gonna go back and forth in straight lines, slightly overlapping, using, even pressure. You don't wanna press down too hard, because then there's sort of like a milky, almost like an overspray, because, too much of the clear coat will basically be squeezed out of the wipe that way. So you just want to go even, pressure, and we're just going to cover the whole lens. And so I'll show you that now, guys. Again, make sure it is 100% clean. Something got on it right there, so I'm going to wipe that off. And then I'm going to let it dry really quick. Now, once you open these wipes, guys, they only last for several minutes. So you kind of have to, don't open these until you're ready. That's it right there. So there's several layers there. As you can see, leave it that way. Don't unfold it. Slightly overlapping again. You will notice that it instantly starts looking better, but wait for it to fully dry and it'll look even clearer. Just going to go along the edge here carefully. The little something that came off right there. There you go. If there are any imperfections, go ahead and clean them up now, because once it starts to dry, it's difficult later. So you see a little bit of that, almost like an excess runoff there. I'm just going to try to clean that up while it's still wet. Just gently brush it out. Nope. Okay, don't want any bubbles. There you go. And I try to do it all with one pass, guys, if possible. When you go back and forth too many times, it sort of leaves little lines and it's hard to get all those lines out. But it's pretty good. All right, so now I'm just gonna set it aside and let it dry, guys. All right, this is the finished product here, guys. The clear coat's dry on there. Now this was only one coat of clear. I could have done a second coat of clear if I chose to. For those little 3M clear coat wipes, it's one packet per headlight per coat. So for 2 coats for a pair of headlights, you'd want 4 of those little packets. They're very cheap if you buy them in bulk. If you don't buy them in bulk, they're still not very much, like a couple dollars per packet. So you're looking at maybe $15 to $20 worth of, supplies here, guys, and 30 minutes worth of your time, not counting, a couple hours for the clear coat to dry. And you have not like new headlights, but 95 to 97%, I'd say. There's a little close up for you. Hopefully you can see, but way better than it was. Super easy to do. And this should last, several years. If I were to do a second coat of clear, I don't think it would help too much with the clarity. It might just make it last longer. But I've done this to other pairs of headlights in the past, guys, and they're still, look good 4 years later. So easy job, no power tools needed. Hope you guys liked the video. remember to do it yourself.